This week's leadership tip comes from Greg McKeown. No, it doesn't. And it's all about arguing the opposite. No, it isn't. If you've got an important decision to make and you're more inclined to go one way rather than the other, well, you should argue the opposite case just to make sure you're in the right. That sounds stupid. Like, for instance, if you're weighing up whether or not to join the Leaders' Council, of course you should join. And you're inclined to think that, yes, you should become a member. It might be a good idea to set out the opposing point of view. That sounds really silly, particularly on a video like this. For instance, you might say that, well, the current Leaders' Council members, they're not all they're cracked up to be. Yes, they are, they're great. You might say, oh, those monthly meetups in person, that's of no benefit to me. But of course it is. You get to hang out with other leaders, you get to share your troubles, you get to network. It's so many benefits. You might say that the online events that they offer are, piddling and unimportant. They're with some of the best leadership coaches and experts in their field in the whole country. You might think that the podcast that they host, the one with 500,000 annual listeners, is no good at all. And you might think that that annual gala that they offer, that's just a load of old rubbish. When you get to hear from some of the nation's leading sports stars and the Leaders' Council chairman, David Plunkett himself, look, the point is, when you've come to a decision, come to an opinion, it doesn't help, it doesn't hurt to get the opposite arguments on board and just make sure that you're absolutely right. Yes, it does. It's silly. Anyway, we'll leave it there. No, we won't. That's more than enough. No, it isn't. And I will see you here next week. No, you won't.